Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a tag video. This is the top 5 bags that trigger emotions. I'm going to be saying spark emotions because none of these bags really trigger me. I have a lot of sentimental value behind a lot of my bags. I've been collecting since about 2015, and so I have a lot of stories and experiences with each one. And so I'm actually going to be sharing 6 bags in my collection that really bring on emotion and sharing some of the stories behind that. And throughout this video, it's kind of going to be a progression of a story of how I started collecting into now. So I'm so excited to do this video. I was tagged by my friend Carolina from Luxe Lover Carolina. Her YouTube channel I will have linked in the description box down below. She just seems like such a wonderful person. I've been getting to know her virtually through YouTube, and I swear if we lived close together, I would love to be able to hang out with her. I just feel like we have similar tastes, and I just really vibe with her channel, and I know you all will too, so if you haven't checked her out already, please make sure that you do so. This tag was created by Design Life C and Chi Washington. I will also have their YouTube channels linked down below, and I had not heard of them until this tag, so I'm super excited to be exposed to new YouTubers in the community. It's such a wonderful place to be able to connect with other creators and things like that, and I'm just super excited to be included in this tag. So a huge shout out and thank you to Carolina again for tagging me in this video. I loved watching her video as well. It was so fun, and I just really enjoy her videos overall. So I cannot wait to get into this, but before I do, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Alyssa, and I come on here twice a week and I review my luxury and contemporary handbags, and I love handbags so much that I invented a product for them last year called handbag heels. Handbag heels are the first ever magnetic purse feet. So yes, you can put them on any bag of any material. They're completely magnetic. They won't damage the bottom of your bags. You can use them as purse feet on any bag. We have 9 different colors and 2 different styles to choose from, and they won't damage the bottom. They're completely magnetic. They stand up perfectly straight on your bags. They'll help your bags to not topple over if you have any of those bags that tend to do that. And so now you don't have to worry about putting your bags down on a skeptical surface when you're out if they don't already have purse feet. And I also sell some bag charms, so if you're interested in any of that fun stuff, all the information is in the description box down below, or you can go to thegalsguideshop.com. But all of that to say, if you love all things handbags, you're definitely in the right place, and I think you're going to love it here. So you should consider subscribing down below. Hit that little red button. I would love to have you join this little community with me here. And to my current subscribers who have turned this into a large community, in my opinion, we recently hit 15,000 subscribers, and I just couldn't be more thankful, more grateful. I feel so lucky. This channel is just such a gift, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you that come back week after week to chat with me and to just talk about all good things and our passion for handbags. So thank you so much for your support as always. That being said, let's get into the video. So the first bag that sparks an emotion for me is my currently oldest bag in my collection, and it is my second Louis Vuitton bag. So I started my collection in 2015 with a Louis Vuitton bag that I bought on eBay, and then I sold that bag and bought another bag, and this bag I've loved. I've adored it so much. I bought it in another color. This is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Felicie in the monogram. I got it pretty much brand new in the box with the inserts. I had bought this pre-loved for, I want to say, somewhere between $650 to $750, and at the time this was on the Louis Vuitton website for $900, and so I just knew I was getting a good deal. This really started my kind of emotion and passion towards going after bags for a good deal and getting something at the luxury level for a lot less than what it retails for. And so I love this bag because it's not only functional, practical, comes with the inserts, but it is currently my oldest bag in my collection, and it is just such a gift that I feel like I was given by getting this bag, and it really just spiraled into me wanting to collect more and wanting to find more. At the time that I started collecting, this was the most expensive purchase I had ever made for myself, and I was so proud the moment that I got it, and I'm still incredibly proud today. So the next bag in the series was the first luxury bag that I bought directly directly from the store. I remember it was either 2017 or 2018. I had gotten my first good tax return and I was so excited, and I knew I wanted to save for a handbag. And at the time I had a trip planned to Seattle, and I had done my research and figured out that there were so many luxury stores there. So I went to Seattle and I picked up this Gucci Soho Disco. At the time that I bought this bag, I believe this was $12.90. And when I was in the store, they were telling me that they were going to be discontinuing the Soho Disco. And I knew that I loved this bag. I remember I'd watched some YouTube channels. I want to say Chase Amy had this bag. And at the time, I was genuinely obsessed with this bag because a camera bag for me is such a great everyday versatile style. And I just knew that this was the style that I wanted. And I did shop around a little bit, but ultimately I ended up going to Gucci because the customer service was amazing. I remember they treated me to champagne, and I got this little book, which I still have. It was just such a luxurious experience that I will never forget. And I remember unboxing it when I got home back to where we were staying, and it was the white and black box with the bag, and I posted it on my Instagram, and I just absolutely loved it. And it also sparks emotion for me because it was the first bag that I reviewed on this channel in 2020. And in 2020, I started my channel because it was such a tough year. It was the toughest year I had ever been through in my life, both physically, mentally, emotionally, internally. I mean, there are so many things that were going on that year for me, and I needed an outlet to just be happy and positive. And at the time, I had cultivated quite a nice collection, and I decided to kind of launch my channel with this bag. It was a terrible video. I don't even know if I still have it up. It was so bad. The quality was not good, but I was thankful and appreciative to myself that I gave it a try and people liked it. I had views, and so I decided, you know what, let me try this and learn from what I did that made that video so bad and keep doing it. And I am so thankful that I did. This YouTube community and this channel is my biggest passion in life. Like, I genuinely love coming on here and talking about handbags and looking at them and playing with them and getting to connect with so many nice people in the comments every single week is so special and just unmatched. So this bag sparks all of that emotion for me. So continuing on the timeline of the progression, in 2019, I took a vacation with my mom. It was our first trip that we had ever taken, just the two of us. So not that we wanted to leave my dad out, but this was kind of like our first girls trip. And I had graduated college, so I had gotten my bachelor's degree. In 2019, I had graduated and I had gotten some graduation money and stuff like that, and I used that money towards my very first Louis Vuitton bag that I bought directly from the store. And it was so special because me and my mom both bought our first Louis Vuitton bags from the store. We had so much fun. It was just such a great shopping trip. I mean, the two of us can shop until we drop, literally. So I picked up my Alma BB in the Damier Ebene print. This was the bag at the time, and still in my heart is one that makes me swoon. At the time, I was obsessed with this bag. This was the bag that I was looking at all the time. Sophie Shohei had shared this bag on her channel, and I was just immersed in getting one of these. And so I saved up my money, and at the time, this was $1,200 before tax. It felt like the right price for me. I remember when I was in the store, I also looked at the Montaigne BB, which was $1,400, and I ended up passing on that bag because I loved this one so much, and I don't have any regrets. But now the Montaigne BB is way more expensive than it ever was, as is this bag. So I am truly so glad that I got this, and just the memories behind shopping with my mom are just unmatched. This is another one of those bags that I loved so much that I bought it in another color. So last year I bought the yellow Alma BB in the Verni leather, and I just love the shape. I love the style. It's just got so much character, in my opinion. I think it's absolutely beautiful and just iconic for the brand. The next bag is a bag that was gifted to me by my boyfriend. This was our first Christmas together, and he had found this bag and this brand totally independent of me. He didn't know that I had ever heard of this brand or anything like that, and it was just such a special Christmas together, and it was just the two of us. We unboxed our gifts and things like that together, and everything was just so thoughtful, and it's a memory that stays in my mind, and I just find that this bag really sparks that emotion for me. So I got this December of 2023. It is my Floron Mini Pivot bag in this gorgeous pink, and this pink is my favorite pink bag in my collection because the color has so much pop. It's so radiant. It's so fun to wear, honestly, and the style is so practical, and I just love that he picked this out for me because he knows me so well, and I'm just so grateful. I'm so thankful. I love the bag, and honestly, it has really influenced me to get more bags from this brand and really be able to review those on my channel. So I love this bag, I love this style, but honestly, I love it more because of the memory that I have attached to it with my boyfriend. I truly don't take any of the moments for granted, and I love that I have tokens of things such as bags that can remind me of those beautiful moments. So we have 2 more bags in this series. So if you remember when I was talking about the first bag, I mentioned that I had my very first Louis Vuitton bag, which I bought on eBay. I had bought it for $300. I had the Louis Vuitton Trouville bag in the monogram, and I sold that, I flipped it. But before that, when I was younger, one of my family members gifted me a fake bag when I was very little, probably like 5 years old. And I would wear this bag so much. I have it here and I'm going to share it with you. And my mom will always talk about when I was little, I always had to match my bags to my outfits. And so this bag is one that goes back so far, but this is all going to come together in just a minute. So I had this little fake Louis Vuitton Murakami, and it was gifted to me when I was very little. Of course, I was a young girl, and I mean, I've worn it, you know, into the ground. The inside is pretty beat up. It's obviously not real. Like, you can see the stitching and all kinds of stuff. Obviously not real, but when I was younger, this was my companion. I mean, we went everywhere together. And I loved it so much. And so the Murakami line really sparks my childhood nostalgia because this came with me everywhere. So last year, at the beginning of 2024, I came across this bag on Whatnot. This is the Trouville bag in the Murakami. So it was definitely a full circle moment. I was able to get my very first Louis Vuitton bag in the print that was my very first fake Louis Vuitton bag as a child, the same print. So it just felt so right, and I can just say this bag makes me feel like a kid again. It brings me so much joy. Like, I feel giddy when I wear this. I feel so fun and cool. There's just something about the Murakami that is so artsy and creative, but childlike and playful, but in a very fashionable way. And I just love this bag. It is such a great style. I do carry it quite often. I'm not gonna just keep it on the shelf, even though I've contemplated that, but I really just feel like I want to wear my bags, and it is so fun to use this bag. This is currently my only Murakami bag in my collection, although I have small leather goods. I do fully intend to get more Murakami bags, so that's definitely on my list. Definitely vintage as well, because I just think the craftsmanship of the vintage bags is superb. But this is definitely a bag that brings me so many nostalgic feelings. The last bag that I have to share with you probably isn't a surprise. I have some other bags that do have stories and emotions, and so I tried to narrow it down to 5, but I simply couldn't. So I'm giving 6 because this 6th bag I purchased this year, and I feel like it brings everything to a close. This has been a dream bag for me for probably the last 3 to 5 years. It has been on my vision board for the last 3 of kind of the ultimate bag that I wanted to get, and I finally was able to save up enough money to get myself this particular bag. So this is the Chanel Coco handle in the size mini. It is the 9-inch across. I just love the look of this bag. I feel so incredibly thankful that I was able to get one of these. I feel so grateful that I was able to put my hard-earned money towards something that I really value and appreciate. And sometimes when you're working so much, you kind of just want to drop a lot of money on yourself just to say, this is what I'm doing all of this for, and this was kind of that purchase for me. I do feel like it brought me so much joy to be able to purchase it, but also the look of it, the style, all of that just brings me so much joy. I love the bag. I love the look of it. I have it in the black on black, so the So Black, and I just think it's so cool. I genuinely think it's so cool. Another bag that does spark emotion for me is the first Chanel bag I ever purchased. It's actually the bag all the way up there on the top shelf. It's the turn lock bag. I bought it from the RealReal, and I remember just literally screeching to myself when it came in the mail. But beyond that, this just feels like the perfect place to end this video because this is just the ultimate bag in my opinion, and I'm truly thankful to have it in my collection. So that is going to conclude this video. If you're still here with me, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I so appreciate you. And if you have any questions about any of the bags I shared with you today, I would be happy to answer those for you in the comments down below. And another huge shout out and thank you to Carolina for tagging me. I enjoyed every minute of recording this video, so thank you so much, friend. I just truly enjoy getting to chat with you and get to know you, and I just appreciate your support also. And to anyone that's watching that's new here, don't forget to subscribe. I post handbag reviews twice a week. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.